Isn't that amazing?
In a world where AI is transforming industries, there are 3 human skills that are impossible to automate. These skills aren't just valuable, they're irreplaceable. Stick around because today I'm revealing what these skills are, why they matter and how you can master them to stay ahead of the curve. AI learns fast, it can write, draw, and even think. But it can't do this. We've all heard about the looming AI revolution, and let's be honest, it's easy to feel scared. But what if I told you there's a way to not just survive but thrive in this new era? Machines can process information faster than we ever could, and some are even composing music. However, there are some uniquely human skills that are impossible to automate. Skills that will always be in demand, no matter how advanced AI becomes. These skills are what make us uniquely human, and they're the key to staying irreplaceable in the age of AI. In this video, I'm going to break down 3 of these irreplaceable human skills. We'll explore what they are, why they give us a competitive edge, and most importantly how you can develop them to stay ahead of the curve. But that's not all. I'll also reveal future-proof professions that rely on at least one of these essential skills. These are careers that not only survive but thrive in the AI era, and they could be your ticket to a secure and fulfilling future. So, if you're ready to future-proof your career and unlock your full potential, keep watching, because this is your chance to stay relevant, irreplaceable, and one step ahead. Let's dive into the 3 skills AI can't copy. Our first irreplaceable skill is something AI can only dream of replicating: empathy and emotional intelligence. Now, you might be thinking, what's so special about empathy? It's just about understanding feelings, right? Well, it's a lot more complex and powerful than that. Empathy is the ability to not only recognize but also share the emotions of others. The essence is in stepping into someone else's shoes and genuinely understanding their perspective, even if it's different from your own. Now, emotional intelligence takes empathy a step further. It's about managing your own emotions effectively and using them to navigate social situations, build strong relationships, and make sound decisions. AI can analyze facial expressions and voice tones to detect emotions, but it can't truly grasp the nuances of human interaction, the unspoken cues, the shared laughter, or the comforting silence between 2 people who understand each other deeply. Imagine a world without empathy. It would be a cold and sterile place, devoid of the connections that make life meaningful. Think about it. Would you want a therapist who could only offer textbook responses to your deepest fears and anxieties? Or a leader who couldn't understand or respond to the needs of their team? Probably not. Empathy and emotional intelligence are the foundation of strong relationships, effective communication, and collaborative problem solving. In a world increasingly driven by technology, these skills are not just desirable, they're essential. Human connection is irreplaceable. So how can you cultivate these essential human traits? Well, it starts with being present and truly listening to the people around you. Put down your phone, make eye contact, and really focus on what they're saying. Ask clarifying questions. Try to understand their perspective and respond with empathy and compassion. Don't interrupt, don't judge, just listen. Another powerful way to develop your emotional intelligence is through self-awareness. Pay attention to your own emotions, understand what triggers them, and learn how to manage them effectively. Mindfulness practices like meditation can be incredibly helpful in developing this self-awareness. Read books like Emotional Intelligence by Daniel Goleman. Remember, empathy and emotional intelligence are not signs of weakness. They're the hallmarks of strong and effective leaders, collaborators, and innovators. Embrace these skills, cultivate them, and watch as you build deeper connections and achieve greater success in all areas of your life. Now, let's move on to our second irreplaceable skill: creative problem solving. In industries like design, marketing, and innovation, originality and adaptability are critical. AI is great at following instructions and optimizing for efficiency, but it struggles when it comes to thinking outside the box. It can analyze data and generate solutions based on existing patterns, but it lacks the ingenuity and imagination to come up with truly novel ideas. Think about it. AI can create variations of existing artwork or compose music in a particular style, but can it replicate the awe-inspiring creativity of a Michelangelo sculpture or the raw emotion of a Beethoven symphony? Not quite. Human creativity stems from a place of lived experience, intuition, and a willingness to experiment and break the rules. It's about connecting seemingly unrelated ideas and finding innovative solutions to complex problems. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're an engineer tasked with designing a bridge. An AI could analyze the structural requirements, calculate the optimal load capacity, and even generate a design based on existing bridge models. But what if the terrain is particularly challenging, or you need a bridge that's not only functional but also aesthetically stunning? That's where human creativity comes in. A human engineer can draw inspiration from nature, art, or even music to come up with a unique design that meets both the technical and aesthetic requirements. They can experiment with different materials, push the boundaries of structural engineering, and create a bridge that's not just a bridge but a work of art. So how can you unlock your creative potential? First, cultivate your curiosity. Ask questions, explore new subjects, and challenge your assumptions. Don't be afraid to experiment and make mistakes. That's often where the best ideas are born. Second, surround yourself with diverse perspectives. Talk to people from different backgrounds, industries, and walks of life. Expose yourself to different cultures, art forms, and ways of thinking. Explore free online courses and dive into creative learning opportunities or design thinking, or creative problem solving on platforms like Udemy or Coursera. The more diverse your input, the more creative your output will be. Finally, don't be afraid to challenge the status quo. Just because something has always been done a certain way, doesn't mean it's the best or only way. Question assumptions, propose new ideas, and don't be afraid to think differently. This brings us to our third and arguably most important irreplaceable skill: ethical decision-making. AI can process information, analyze data, and even make predictions about the future, but it lacks the moral compass to navigate the complexities of human ethics. Sure, you can program an AI with a set of rules, but what happens when those rules conflict with each other or with unforeseen circumstances? What happens when there's no clear right or wrong answer, just shades of gray? These are the situations where human judgment, empathy, and a strong sense of right and wrong are essential. Consider the ethical dilemmas that arise in fields like healthcare, finance, or even social media. An AI might be able to diagnose a disease or recommend a financial investment based on statistical data, but can it weigh the potential benefits against the risks? Consider the patient's or client's values, or grapple with the broader societal implications of its decisions. For example, imagine an AI-powered self-driving car is faced with a split-second decision in an unavoidable accident scenario. Should it prioritize the safety of its passengers or the pedestrians crossing the road? These are not hypothetical scenarios. These are real-world ethical dilemmas that we, as a society, need to grapple with as AI becomes more integrated into our lives. So, how can we ensure that we're making ethical decisions in an age of increasing automation? It starts with developing a strong moral compass. Reflect on your values, what you believe in, and what you stand for. What are your non-negotiables? What principles guide your decision-making? Engage in ethical discussions and debates. Study ethics through books or online courses. Reflect on moral dilemmas and discuss them with others. Apply ethical principles in your daily decisions. The more you practice these skills, the more irreplaceable you'll become. Talk to people with different viewpoints, challenge your own biases, and be open to changing your mind. The more you engage in these types of conversations, the more nuanced and informed your ethical decision-making will become. Remember, ethical decision-making is not about following a set of rules blindly. It's about using your judgment, empathy, and understanding of human values to navigate complex situations and make responsible choices that benefit both individuals and society as a whole. So there you have it, 3 uniquely human skills that AI can't replicate: empathy and emotional intelligence. AI can't truly understand human emotions or build meaningful relationships. Creative problem solving. AI can't think outside the box or come up with truly original ideas. Ethical decision-making. AI can't make moral judgments or navigate complex ethical dilemmas. As AI continues to advance, these human skills will become even more valuable. These skills aren't just nice to have, they're essential for you thriving in the AI era. The future belongs to those who can combine the analytical power of machines with the creativity, empathy, and ethical judgment that make us human. Therefore, the future of work isn't about humans versus AI, it's about humans and AI working together. While AI handles the data and the tasks, you bring the empathy, creativity, and ethics that machines can't replicate. By mastering these human skills, you'll not only stay relevant, you'll thrive in the age of AI. You are irreplaceable. Here are some professions AI will never take over. AI cannot replace a psychologist or a social worker. AI cannot replace a judge, an educator, or a nurse. Want to discover more AI-proof careers? Dive into my playlist for expert tips and guidance. So, which skill do you think is most valuable? Let me know in the comments below. Together, we'll build a future where humans and AI work together, not against each other. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, like, share, and subscribe for more tips on thriving in the AI era. Catch you soon.
Isn't that amazing?